Hello, beautiful people. It's me, your local diva, Anurag, and you are watching Disney Channel. Wait, what? So the last Bollywood movie that I watched was Gully Boy, which was last year. So after months and months of this break from Bollywood, I finally went to watch a new film that was recently released called Shubh Mangal Zyada Saavdhan, first day first show, and I don't regret it. So today I will be reviewing the film. So yeah.
डॉल्बी बीमारी लगती है.
So whoever has watched the film, well, good for you. You can watch my review, and whoever hasn't watched the film, well, you can watch the film and then come watch this review, or you can watch this review and I'll just let you know when I'll be talking about spoilers, so that, you know, you're safe. So where do I start? Let me start. So Shubh Mangal Zyada Saavdhan is directed by Hitesh Kewalia. So story-wise, I felt like it was good. Obviously, it is a Bollywood film. It has all the essential masala entertainment tropes and stuff, but it works really well, and it is so refreshing to see a romantic comedy that is centered around a gay couple. So yeah, kudos to the director for that. So let's start off with acting. First and foremost, obviously Ayushmann Khurrana. He's an amazing actor. Obviously, I think he has become my favorite actor. I think if someone is going to ask me who's my favorite Bollywood actor, I think I would say Ayushmann Khurrana. However, I did feel like he was a little bit over the top in some scenes. Like, I get it, that he's gay and, he's extra, he's the flamboyant one. But however, he was a little bit over the top in some scenes. And in those scenes, it didn't feel very believable. Like, he didn't feel very believable when he was acting really over the top. However, I felt like he really portrayed this balance of masculinity and femininity very well. I think he portrayed it very well. His love interest, Jeetu, he also did very, very good. I was surprised. He was the complete opposite of Ayushmann Khurrana in the sense that he was the quiet one, the subdued one, the down to earth, the silent one. But
पापा क्या गलतफहमी? कास्ती को जब मैंने पहली बार देखा था ना मम्मी, मेरी बड़ी हो गई थी. हैं? पुतलियां आंखों की पुतलियां बड़ी हो गई थी.
This was my first introduction to Jeetu, and I was very impressed with his acting skills, and I think he portrayed the middle-class Indian man really, really well. He has gained a new fan. But I think the star of this film was Gajraj, because I think he and Ayushmann had more scenes than Jeetu. And I think Gajraj did really, really well, as the homophobic father. Neena Gupta was also really good. But one character or one actor that I really liked was the man who played the Chataji. I think his name is Manu Rishi. He was so good. Like, I think I have seen him before, but then it never really registered in my mind. But this film, it just, wow, he was hilarious. He was amazing. Like, wow, where have you been hiding all this time, Mr. Manu Rishi? And Bollywood, I think the Bollywood industry needs to start offering him work after work, because he was just so good in it. So I think the whole cast did an amazing job, especially the Tripathi family, Jeetu's family, Aman Tripathi's family. Like, the whole family was just so wonderful and so good. Yeah, so about the characters now, again, I think the characters were really well written, especially the romantic couple, obviously the gay couple. I think their characters were very good. Gajraj Rao's character was very good. The supporting characters, so good. Just so good, so funny. Like I mentioned before, Manu Rishi, the Chataji and the Chachiji, I don't know her name, let me just find out. Sunita Rajwar, also very good. The entire casting crew was good. The characters were well written. The only characters that I did not, not that I disliked them, but then I felt like the film could have done more was the character of Goggle and Kusum, a little bit. But Kusum, at least they give some layer to her. Okay, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, skip. So yeah, I felt like Kusum, they gave a new layer and some depth to her, by adding that little twist in the bus scene. But then the sister, that is Goggle, portrayed by Manvi Gagru, I think they could have done something more with her character. She was so funny in all the scenes that she was in, but I feel like she could have done more. Maybe she could have had a monologue or something where she say something in support of her brother, or she could have, gone and consoled Aman Tripathi, her brother, or said something to Ayushmann Khurrana's character. Like, she could have done many more scenes. She did have a scene in the beginning with Ayushmann Khurrana in the railway station, I think that was, I don't remember. But I felt that wasn't enough. Like, we could have explored her character more. Like, she could have had more lines or more, something to do with the plot. So yeah, I think that they could have done something better in that field. However, despite that, it's still good. I still liked everything. The story itself is very good. Now, those who are expecting some mind-blowing film or something, like, no, this is not that kind of film. This is a simple, funny family entertainer. It's so good. I really, really love the train scene, which comes after the Ooh La La song. Yeah, so I really love that scene. I want that scene. I want that scene downloaded, and I want it saved in my gallery. That scene is so brilliant. It's funny, but also it's tense, it's thrilling. It's so good. So story-wise, I think it was good. The next soundtrack, I really, really loved the soundtrack. I think there was no song which I didn't like. Like, I loved all the songs that were in the film. It was just so good. The background music was good. The comic timing of the characters were good. It was, all in all, it was a good film. Now, coming back to the bad aspects of the film, the second half of the film. So the first half of the film is very, very funny. It's so quick. Like, when the interval comes, you're like, what? Already? When? So it's just so funny. It's fast-paced. It's very, very good. However, the second half of the film, things get a little bit more like stripped back. I feel like they just put all the funny scenes in the first half of the film. I feel like they could have divided it all over the film. Okay, spoiler alert. Now, so there's the scenes, there are many scenes where the family bickers, right? Where they have conflict with each other, like the brothers and the sister-in-laws and stuff, like they all fight with each other. I feel like it's just too much. Like, in the first half of the film, it was okay. It was very, very funny. However, like, during the second half, it just feels like you're just like, oh god, stop it already. Like, it's just too much. Like, there's just too much of the fighting going on. I feel like, so it was really unnecessary. I mean, they could have used that time to focus more on the romance between Aman and Karthik. So that's one more thing. This movie needed more romance. Now, I get it, this is a comedy film, so yeah, it's very, very funny, it's humorous. However, I felt they could have devoted more time to, showcase some emotional scenes between Karthik and Aman. There are, but it's just too few. Like, we wanted more. I wanted more, personally. So, and I felt like that time was given to that fighting between the families, like the families fighting, all that. I think they could have cut that part out of the film and just focused a little bit more on the romance aspect of the film. Next, some of the scenes were very preachy and a little bit forced. Like, for example, like, now this movie is more for the homophobic people than the LGBT community. So yeah, so the movie focuses more on preaching things to the audience, like, oh, like, being gay is okay, being this, that. But I feel they could have done that in a more subtle manner. It's just in the face, like, homosexuality is good. Oh, the scientist says that homosexuality is alright. Oh, it's just right there. Get it? It's just kind of forced and too preachy, like you're just like giving a lecture or something. It feels like that sometimes in a few scenes. I felt like I understand the message, I understand what they're going for, and yes, it could have been done in a more subtle way. However, like, looking at the Indian society, like all the homophobic people, I think it was necessary to do that. It was necessary to be in the face, I think, because people need to hear that, like, in their faces, like, directly. I think Guma Firake, you can't beat around the bush when you're dealing with this topic, especially with like Indian society. So I think that the filmmaker chose to do it this way, keeping in mind the type of audience that it's intended for. And there were a few cheesy and cringy scenes. Now, for example, the Jack and Jill poem by Ayushmann Khurrana. Now, again, I know what the filmmaker was going for. I understand the message. However, when he started saying that poem in the train station, I was just like, oh, like, it felt cringy to me. Like I know it was meant to be an emotional moment, I think, but no, that scene just didn't do it for me, that poem. I'm sorry, no, I think many of y'all love the poem, whoever has watched this, but personally I didn't. Despite all of this, I still think that it is a really, really good movie. I enjoyed it. And you know, it's a very good start for LGBT representation in Bollywood. This is not the kind of film that will blow your mind away, or you know, that will be beloved by the critics or anything. This film is not meant for critical acclaim. This film is meant for the masses. It's meant to entertain the audience, but at the same time educate them. So, and I think they did a really fantastic job with it. Ayushmann and Jeetu's chemistry is so good. I think they make a very wonderful couple on screen. Obviously, there's quite a few kissing scenes. I was like just so amazed by that. I was just so happy when I saw those scenes. There are a few kissing scenes, and it's just so beautiful. But Jeetu needs to improve his dance. Boy, go get some dance lessons, okay? You need it in Bollywood. So yeah, so this film is not like Brokeback Mountain level or Call Me by Your Name or something. You know, this film is more. It's more like Love, Simon kind of film. You know, this entertaining, nice, warm, funny, romantic film. So now I loved it. And I think you guys will love it too. So whoever hasn't watched this film yet, please do so. And whoever has watched this film, tell me what you think about it.
जो प्यार इनके दिमाग में फिट नहीं बैठता ना उसको दबा देते हैं, पर ये हमारी लड़ाई है और एक आधी हैप्पी एंडिंग तो अपने भी बनती है।
So this was my review of Shubh, Mangal, Zyada, Saavdhan, and I hope you liked it. Make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.